Welcome into Black and Gold Weekly. I am Max Bretos. 29 teams started the MLS season undefeated. Now there is only one. LAFC is the last. This is following their 3-2 victory over the Galaxy on Sunday, a result which represented the first away win for the Black and Gold in the incredible 6-year history of this game. Speaking of incredible, who could forget what the LAFC 3252 and gathered LAFC supporters were able to do on game day, getting there early by 10 a.m., filling buses to get to the game and taking the place over. These were incredible optics, the kind of things you see from supporter groups in big games in Europe and South America. I, for one, can tell you it was incredible to be able to see that in person. More good news. Carlos Vela now with 12 goals in 12 games versus the Galaxy all time. He had 2 goals and an assist, which made him the MLS Player of the Match Day. In case you're keeping tabs at home, that is back-to-back weeks. Denny Bouanga had the honor a week ago. More good news. Matty Bogusz made his LAFC debut. Ryan Hollingshead scored a goal on his birthday. Aaron Long and Kellen Acosta called up to the U.S. men's national team. And yes, of course, LAFC through to the CONCACAF Champions League semifinals. The key to the team right now is avoiding bad days. That is an expression that's becoming a bit of a rallying cry for the club.
I think we're building off of what we did last year, and obviously we were phenomenal last year. We had a really good season. We had a lot of good pieces, and we really returned a lot of our starting guys this year. And so we've come into this league this year thinking, why do we need to lose? You know, game in, game out, doesn't matter how many games we have on the schedule. It doesn't matter CONCACAF, Open Cup, Leagues Cup, all the games we're going to play. We feel like we can beat everybody on any day, and we need to do that. So the guys are confident right now, and we need to just keep riding that as long as we can.
Next up for the squad, a trip to Music City for just the second time in club history. They're going to face former Western Conference rivals who are now in the East, Nashville SC. Nobody has allowed less goals than these two teams. Nashville has allowed 4 goals, LAFC 5. Incredibly, through their first 7 games, Nashville allowed 2 goals. They will grind you. They did lose to New York City FC over the weekend, allowing an additional 2 goals. And now they'll be looking for a big bounce back at home. Remember, they have reigning MLS MVP Hani Mukhtar, also one of the better defenders in the league, and former LAFC center back Walker Zimmerman. For LAFC, this marks the beginning of a very demanding stretch. You have Nashville Saturday, then you have the first leg of the CCL, a long trip to Philadelphia the following Wednesday, and then the second leg of the CCL that following Tuesday. And that's what made the victory over the Galaxy so big. As Steve Cherundolo points out, it gives him some flexibility as he approaches this very demanding stretch.
They've had a good start to the season, much like last year. Conceded very little. It's a team that's tough to break down. They're good at set pieces. They're physically very gifted team, especially at home. And so they will look, obviously, on set pieces and crosses. And, they also have some creativity in their lines as well. So it's a difficult team, a difficult block to break down. But we're in a great position to go. We are sitting pretty in the league and in the Champions League. So we're obviously going to win. I think winning today helps our chances, and we'll change our tactics a little bit in our approach to Nashville.
One thing we have heard from Steve Cherundolo all season, they play games to win, even when they rotate players or incorporating new players. They have been getting the result. And we also know anytime LAFC is involved, it's going to be the big game of the weekend, as it is this time around on their trip to Nashville. We know some supporters are going to go out there to the Music City. Why not? But for those who can't make it out, you can see all the action Saturday, April the 22nd, 5:30 local time on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. We'll see you next week.